Alright, so in this video, we're going to talk about the Textron Wildcat XX. Super excited. Seems really awesome. I was going to do this outside, but I'll just show you here. Kind of make this super random here. We're in the process of moving, so we're renting a cabin right now. It's a small little cabin, but it's actually really nice. It's on the lake, but as you can see, the weather has really been crappy, so it keeps snowing and then melting and then snowing and then melting. Can't seem to get past it. But anyway, so I'm just gonna film it on the couch here today. It's gonna be a pretty quick, basic video. Just initial thoughts on the Textron Wildcat XX because it seems like an awesome UTV and I'm super excited for it. Coming up. Alright, so hey, welcome to the video, guys. My name is Chris, and if you are just discovering this channel for the first time, I focus on helping you explore the unpaved with trail reviews, gear reviews, and other ATV related videos. So to stay up to date on videos like this one, think about hitting that subscribe button. Alright guys, so I wanted to do an initial video on the Textron Wildcat XX. Now, if you haven't been paying too close of attention to what Textron is doing, you might be thinking, wait, don't you mean Arctic Wildcat? And while you wouldn't really be wrong, okay, I mean technically I guess you would be because Textron bought Arctic back in January of 2017. So take that, fast forward to the past couple weeks, and Textron has finally released the long-awaited Wildcat XX. And I have to say, it looks amazing. So two things I should point out up front. Number one, I honestly have yet to actually drive the Wildcat XX. So it's just my initial review and thoughts after following it for the past few months and then really spending some time researching it since its recent release in the last couple weeks. Number two, I honestly was not a fan of the Wildcat when it was the Arctic, so I didn't really have high hopes with the XX. So when I say it looks amazing, it's not because of any actual bias I have for the UTV line. I never would have considered buying one up until recently. So alright, with all that said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So starting with the basics, the Double X has a liquid-cooled 4-stroke, inline, triple-cylinder, dual overhead cam 998cc engine pushing 125 horsepower. So the total capacity is 730 pounds, and the huge bed can hold up to 300 pounds or a full 32.5-inch spare tire. It comes stock with 30-inch CST Behemoth tires mounted on 15-inch aluminum wheels. So its overall length is 136 inches and it's 64 inches wide with a 95-inch wheelbase. Textron claims the Double X was built to truly be able to handle the elements. In fact, they highlight features such as double shear joints, aluminum front knuckles, and a tough tubular frame, all sitting under a race-inspired cage. Next, let's look at the suspension. What I found interesting was the unequal length front A-arms that Textron claims angles the tires into every turn and grabs even more of the ground. In the rear are trailing arms that keep the wheels moving up and down instead of side to side. And while we're talking about suspension, let's move over to the shocks. So this beast has Fox Racing 2.5 QS podium shocks with bottom out control. The shocks are also mounted to the lower arm instead of the upper arm, which Textron claims gives a lower center of gravity and better cornering. Moving out from under this UTV and into the cab, you'll find yourself looking at a dual screen LCD gauge. It's also even pre-wired for up to 8 accessories, and of course, those oh so important cup holders. It also comes stock with 3-point seatbelts and 2 passenger grab handles. As for the price on these beauties, the MSRP comes in around $20,500, so it's definitely not a cheap UTV, but nothing that really stands out as being overly priced compared to a Polaris RZR or a Can-Am Maverick. So I'm honestly really blown away by this so far. I had very low hopes of the Arctic Wildcat. I never really considered it. I didn't want to own one. Wasn't a fan. Not saying they're terrible, just not my style. But with the Textron Wildcat XX, I really think they've taken it to a whole new level. And now on paper, it looks amazing. Visually, I think it looks amazing. I mean, they're gorgeous. They're beautiful UTV. Textron has clearly done a lot of work to promote this UTV. And if it is even close to as awesome as they claim it is, it's going to be an amazing UTV. And personally, I cannot wait to get behind the wheel of one of these and test it out for myself. So that's all I got for this video. A pretty quick one, I know, but I'm extremely pumped about the Wildcat XX, and since there has been so much press about it from Textron. I really wanted to give you my thoughts and get you some basic information about it so you don't have to try and pick it apart on the internet. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you like it, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on future videos. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the trail.